Hey, what's up guys? Alejandro over here. I'm here in Nice, France. I'm here in my balcony and chilling for a bit before I get back into downtown. Okay, so let's get down to the goods. Every once in a while, guys would ask me, how can I attract women easily? Now, that is a common question I've heard, and that's been going around for years. Whenever I hear that from anyone, or if you were to ask me, then that tells me that you're asking a quick fix, a quick solution. So I'm here to tell you, you need to be patient. Attraction can happen instantly. It can happen in moments, or sometimes it doesn't happen. So if you're wondering how to attract women easily, then I'm here to tell you or ask you, what type of women are you seeking for? You see, it is critical to analyze attraction, especially since I haven't met anyone that analyzes on attracting women on a deeper level that aligns with his happiness on life, that meets his standards and never compromises his values. Of course, any woman out there that he meets should not compromise her values too. Now, let's say that a man and a woman were attracted to each other and hooked up the same day or night. Their values weren't compromised. Why? Well, as long as they weren't lying to each other and not lying to themselves, then it works out fine. They're going to be truthful to themselves. They're not going to justify their actions or even deny anything. So you need to meet the right women for you and can easily attract these women and even be devoted to you if you want that. This is simple. Why? You have to make it simple. I did it. It took me a few years from the start of my journey to figure this out. I admit that the first few years I wasn't being truthful to myself. I was meeting lots of girls and having lots of fun with them. It was cool at first, but I wasn't really happy. Now you're probably wondering about me, why I wouldn't be happy spending lots of time with a lot of chicks and doing these crazy things. Well, because I compromised my values and wasn't focusing on the bigger picture. The bigger picture for me doesn't mean just settle and have a boring relationship or a boring marriage and do what a lot of people do as couples or even as single people acting like gigolos. I'm a guy that travels and follows my heart and see what's out there for me or anywhere. And whenever I come across beautiful women or being introduced to a beautiful woman, I just express myself and admire her beauty. Then I would invite her to my journey. If she joins me, then great. But if she doesn't join me, or at least doesn't want to be with me when I first meet her, then it's still good because I didn't compromise my values as a man. I did my part as a man and I didn't lie or try to manipulate to get into her pants. I did my part and I'm happy. And I'm happy about life. I love myself. If you don't love yourself, then you shouldn't be approaching girls yet. Why? Because you're going to rely on women to fulfill your happiness, and that is not good, even for them. You're going to be compromising your values, agreeing with women even though you didn't want to, and make women happy first before you. So let's say you understood your values as a man and know what type of women to be with you. You go out and approach women. Whatever you do and whatever you say should express how you want things to be with you and her, how you love life, and don't hold anything you want to say or do. If she says no thank you or walks away, then you shouldn't feel bad because she rejected that moment, but she didn't reject you. How could she reject you if she only met you briefly? And this goes both ways. If you think you rejected a girl, what you did was you rejected her request. I did this plenty of times. I'm not going to compromise my values and act like a gigolo that manipulates women. Why? Because I knew there are women out there with the same outlook and the same values as me, and I would be happy to have a romantic day or night together without any regrets. I met a lot of men that compromise their values just to sleep with women. I know guys that they don't like crazy party girls, and yet they go out and meet girls that like to get drunk and get fucked up and do coke, and they tell me their problems. What happened was whatever they did and say to these girls at first didn't come from their values and expressed it. Instead, they dropped their values and did whatever it took to hook up with these chicks. It's easy to figure this out. A simple guy who lives a simple life can't keep attraction well with a workaholic girl who wants more material possessions. So if you're meeting women and making mistakes, then embrace them and learn from them, because that's when you start to learn your values as a man and what makes you happy. Then express it to women, and that's when attraction becomes easy. All right, guys? All right, until then, I'll see you guys soon.